Recording. All right. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me on your call. Lindsay, thanks for jumping on. I think everybody else is Team Titanium or somewhere there under. I'm going to mute everybody so there's not a lot of background noise. Okay. Can I get a thumbs up if you can hear me? Okay. So my name is Crystal Bailey. I am Sam's success partner. She's my soulmate partner. If you were on our success partner call we did, was it last week or the week before? I don't even know. We talked all about success partners 2 weeks ago and finding the best one. So she's mine, and she asked me if I would speak on your call tonight. So I was like, well, I don't really know what you want me to talk about, but I was like hemming and hawing all day because I could talk about like 80. Hey, Robin, thanks for jumping on. Robin's mine too. You're mine. So I was kind of hemming and hawing what I was going to talk about, but I figured I would talk about my favorite topic of all time. So I'm going to give you a really quick kind of backstory on my history, my business. I need you to give me 1 second though, because I don't want to wake my son up. So I have to go shut my door. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. You can look at my sleeping daughter. All right, sorry about that. I have a really loud mouth, and I have a 16-month-old son, so I didn't want to wake him up. And that's my 5-year-old sleeping next to me, so that's my intro. I have a 5-year-old, I have a 16-month-old, and I never sleep with my boyfriend. My kids are always in my bed. And hey, Jessica. I have been a coach for 3.5 years. I love this business with all my heart and soul. For a while there, I started doubting myself and doubting my business, and then Sam came along, and Sam was like, get your shit together. I curse a lot. I'm sorry. If you have kids, cover their ears. And that's basically me in a nutshell. So I wanted to talk about my favorite topic tonight, which is personal development. So, and I'm going to preach to Sam too, because when I ask her what book she's reading, she's like, yeah, nothing. I listen to audio. And I'm going to tell you that's BS. Everybody needs to be reading a book. You can be listening to audio too, but reading a book makes a difference. So let me kind of rewind a little bit. So I've been a coach for 3.5 years. And in the beginning, I was like, okay, three vital behaviors. Got it. Except me, I'm Crystal Bailey. I don't need personal development. At that time, I had lost 100 pounds. I had a following on Facebook of 10,000 people. I was like, I don't need that. I can skip that vital behavior. I got these other ones. 6 months, a year went by into the business, and I was not progressing the way I wanted to. I was feeling burnt out. I was feeling like I didn't like what I was doing anymore. And I was like, what am I missing? And I talked to my coach, I talked to some other coaches, and they were like, well, what are you doing for personal development? I was like, nothing. The 4 vital behaviors now. The 4 vital behaviors are vital behaviors for a reason, and one doesn't work without the other. And you can invite all the days of your life, and you can be proof the products work all the days of your life, but that's only going to go so far if you're not refilling your tank. You're going to burn out. And that's why I love personal development so much. You can ask anybody. There's a couple girls from my team that are on the call tonight. I drill personal development into their heads every single day, don't I? We were at Super Saturday, and I don't know who it was. I think it was on the video, or maybe it was Jimmy said something about the importance of personal development, and I had like 20 of them sitting in the row behind me, and I turned around, and they were all smiling at me like, yeah, shut up. Because nobody likes to do it. Nobody likes to do personal development. It's not convenient. It's the easiest thing to put on the back burner in this business. It's the last thing on your mind when you have kids and you have jobs and you're trying to work out and you're trying to talk to people. the last thing you're thinking about is reading a freaking book. I remember when I graduated college, I was like, I never want to read a book again in my life. Like, I just, I was so over reading. I'll read a book to you, girl. I was like, I'm never reading another book in my life. And then along came Beachbody, and here I am, and I read every single day. And that was something that is so uncomfortable for me. It's not something that is my norm, but it's something that I'm forcing myself to do because it matters. So, like I said, but personal development's the easiest of the four. It seems so, doesn't it seem so weird saying 4 vital behaviors? Like, it's been 3 vital behaviors for so long, but they added this 4th one, recognize, recognize, recognize. And it's important, I agree, but I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about books. I have a whole rundown for you guys. So, like I said, it's the most overlooked, and it's the most important, if you ask me. And reason being is this. We're coaches. I don't know everybody on Sam's team, but I know a lot of you are nurses. We help people. We give to people, and we give to people, and we give, and we give, and we give, and we give. And you can only give so much before you have nothing left to give, and there's nothing left in your tank. And that's when you hit burnout phase. And way too many coaches hit burnout phase in this business because all they do is give, and they never fill their own tank back up. So I have this little saying that I try to live by is, fill your vessel so much that it overflows into your saucer, and you only give from your saucer. You don't give from your vessel. And that basically means just listening to positive podcasts, videos, whatever, all day long, reading as much as you can, filling your mind, your mind and soul with good quality information, because that's the only way you're going to be able to help people for the long run. And I don't know how long some of you guys have been coaches. You can get away with no personal development for a little bit, but after a while, you can't. You can't lead a team without personal development. You can't be here for years without personal development. It doesn't work. It's there for a reason. So, excuse me. One thing I always say about this business is that if I never made $1, I'd be a better person because of it. I'd be a better person because of Beachbody. Even if I never made $1, it would be worth every effort. Not only have I made the best friends, not only have I had the best experiences traveling, not only have I been in the best shape of my life, but because I've been literally forced to do personal development, to read books that enhanced my mind, I've learned more in the 3.5 years I've been a coach about people, about myself, about life, about business, than I learned in the 6 years it took me to get a $64,000 business degree. You can get this information. You can become a better person for way cheaper than it costs to go. And I'm not putting down college by any means, but I have a $64,000 degree that I barely use, that I don't remember what I learned, and I could tell you about a list of 50 things I've learned from personal development in the past 3 years. I know I hear a lot of people say, oh, well, so-and-so has a business degree, or so-and-so has a marketing degree, or this and that, and that's why they're good at this business. And I would go out on a limb and say that's not why they're good at this business. The people who are good at this business are good at it because they invest in their growth every single day. They invest in growing as a person. They invest in growing as a communicator. They invest in growing as a leader. And they work on themselves every day. And that trickles. And that builds their team. I wish Candy was on the call. One of my coaches, Candy, she won't even come to me anymore because she'll check herself. Because she used to come to me all the time with, oh, I'm burnt out. I'm doing this. Nothing's working. And I used to say, what are you doing for personal development? And she would turn around and she would answer her own question and she would say nothing and she would come back and she would say, Crystal, you're right. And now it's funny. She'll post on our team. She's like, I hate when Crystal's right. I just read such and such and it changed my whole attitude, my whole mood, because it makes a difference. So because of that, I always say about this business, I'm glad I make money, but even if I didn't, I'd be a smarter, stronger, more confident person because of the intentional growth that I've invested in myself over the past 3 years because it's a requirement to make this business work. Whatever motivates you, let it motivate you. If money motivates you, then run with it. Read books about money. Read books about business. You know, if people motivate you, then read books about communication and how to influence people. Whatever it is that motivates you, read something about it. You should always be learning something that's going to make you a better person. And because we are better individuals through personal development, together we become a better team. You know, I love the quote. I'm going to give some recommendations. At the end, I have my top favorites, and I'm going to give you a resource to find some really good books too. So I love the quote, "A rising tide raises all ships." It's one of my favorite quotes. I say it to the team all the time. Together, we are the tide. Together, we work together. We need to rise our tide by becoming better as individuals, becoming, Kristen, I'm not recommending those books. Good thing. We work together as coaches, as leaders to rise the tide. And by doing so, a rising tide raises all ships. We're raising the ships. The ships are the people around us. The ships are the people in our lives that need encouragement, support, and uplifting. And by us being the tide, us being the ones working together to rise above, we're taking those people with us. And that's through, working out and posting a video, that doesn't change somebody's life. It might inspire them, but your message comes from more than that. Your message comes from beyond the workouts. And that happens through, 1, life experiences, and 2, your personal growth. So to really make a difference, not just in your world, but really grow a business, you need to be investing in yourself beyond the workouts. The workouts are simply a tool. What else do I want to talk about? Oh, so, that said, we all work as individuals to become better. And then sharing that and working together as a team creates a stronger team bond. Jessica and Robin and Lindsay are all here for my team, and they can tell you a lot of times somebody will share videos in our team. It's a great personal development takeaway. We talk about our lifesavers, which I'm going to teach you guys tonight. Excuse me. And we work together to share the things that we're learning as we're advancing our minds. And as we do that, we grow closer as a team. And as we grow closer as a team, people want to be a part of our team, and our team grows. And we just had a great open house, and that's kind of another topic for another day, where we opened our team doors to potential coaches. And people were able to come in and see our team around, see our team dynamic. And I'll tell you, within 3 days, we signed 6 coaches on our team because they saw the morale that we had. They saw the personal growth. They saw the changes that people were experiencing. Oh, look, Lauren's on. Hi, Lauren. She's my bestie. We're talking personal development, FYI. So just like, surprise, surprise. Okay, so like I was saying, together we all become better individuals, become better as a team, and people see that. And people see it from the outside, and they want to be a part of it because they know that the people within your team, the people within your circle, your network, these are the people that can enhance their lives. And people need life enhancement. The only way you can do that is by enhancing your own life first. So, all right, so one thing I want to teach you really quick, and it's actually from one of the first books that I'm going to recommend you read. The book is The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. I could not tell you who it's by. I'll pull it up on my Kindle. It's actually like free on the Kindle app if you have the unlimited. One second. It is by Hal Elrod, Elrod, and Pat Petrini. It looks like this. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. This book will change your life, I promise. And a lot of it talks about, waking up early. I personally, most days, I wake up at 4:45. You don't have to wake up that early. It depends on your schedule. I know you guys are nurses and work overnight things. You should still read this book. Your mornings set the tone for your entire day. And this gives you step-by-step instructions on what to do in your mornings to really make your day impactful. And I'm going to go through them. There is some extra network marketing advice in there, so I encourage you to read the whole book. The beginning is about, the morning part of it, but the rest of the book is really great network marketing advice. And that's, in case you don't know, that's the business you're in, network marketing. So read that book, and I'm going to go through the little acronym. It's called the Life Savers, and I do this every morning. It's recommended by that book, and it stands for, the first S in Savers is silence. And it's encouraging you to spend a few moments of your day, a few moments of your morning in complete silence. Meditate, drink your coffee, do whatever you do, and just disconnect from everything. And spend, even if it's a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, spend it in silence. The A in Savers is affirmations. And I should have had it pulled up. I'm going to read you a few of my affirmations. But I read these affirmations every day out loud. And I really believe in as much as I am a Christian woman, I believe in, prayer and all that. I also believe in putting things into the universe, and putting things out there into existence. Like, the more you say something, the more it's going to become a reality. So these affirmations are something that I repeat every morning. I can't say I yell them out loud because people are sleeping in my house, but I read them every morning. So I'm just going to give you a few, and I can send this document to you if you want to see my affirmations. But every day, and I say this out loud: I serve God first. Everything I do, I strive to have honor Him. I'm a good wife. I'm preparing myself to be the best wife that I can be for Nick, etc., etc. I'm a great mother. I do my best every day to show my kids unconditional love, patience, and kindness. I rise before the sun. I am intentional with my time. I am called to this business. I am a leader, and I set the tone for my team. I must strive to be the best if I want to attract the best. So every day I work to become a little bit better than I was yesterday. I leave every person I speak to better than I found them because I genuinely care about what is happening in their lives. Building my business isn't about me and what I want. It's about connecting people with a vision and helping them to achieve it. I commit to my daily process, but I am not emotionally attached to the results. I will control the controllable today. There's a bunch of them. I'm trying to give you some of the good ones. I'm committed to following my nutrition plan and working towards my fitness goals. It's my responsibility to lead by example if I want to be a trusted coach and leader. I will keep the main thing for myself and my team. I will rise before the sun. I will be intentional with my time. There's a bunch of them. I can send you the document if you want. There's also suggested ones in the book. But I say those things every single day out loud. They're not just something that hang out in my notebook. They're not just something that hang out in my Google Drive. I pull them up. They stay up on my computer. And every single day I read them out loud. And that's a part of my personal development. That's a part of becoming who I desire to be. And if you're not happy where you're at and I personally, I'm okay. I'm content with where I'm at, but I know I want to go bigger places. So I have to put those things out there, and I need to work every day to become better. If I want to be better, if I want to attract better, I need to put action every day into becoming better. So back to Savers. It's silence, affirmations. The V is visualization. Visualization is all about visualizing not just where you want to be, your mansion and your Mercedes or whatever, but visualizing what that looks like to get there, visualizing the things you need to do to achieve this level of success that you desire for your life. And I spend a few minutes after I read my affirmations, I spend a few minutes and I drink some more coffee, which I'm about to give up. I'm doing the ultimate reset in a couple weeks. That's going to suck, giving up coffee. I drink my coffee and I visualize and I think about what do I want my life to look like and what do I need to do to achieve it. The E is exercise. I think that's a given for us as coaches. The R is reading, and that's personal development. I start with reading my devotionals. I read the Bible, and then I read 5 to 10 minutes of some book. It depends on kind of what I'm in the mood for. But that's kind of a fraction of my reading. I read in the afternoon. I also read at night. So that's the reading. And then the last S in Savers is scribing, and that just basically means writing. So I'll either write my takeaways from my personal development that day. I'll write ideas that came to mind during my miracle morning. I'll just get some thoughts down on paper, get them off my chest and get them down. Whatever. It's different for me every day what I write. So from all of that, I come out with some really awesome posts in the morning, really inspiring posts. People connect with me first thing in the morning. They can expect me to be up. They can expect me to be posting. They can expect me to be positive and encouraging, because that's what I deliver. I can't say every morning. I would say 95% of my mornings. You know, sometimes life happens and that just is what it is. So that's the Lifesavers, and that's from the Miracle Morning book that I was recommending. I'm actually having all my new coaches read that book first. For obvious reasons. It's a really freaking good book. But some other recommendations, I know you guys were asking. I'll give you my favorites, and then I'm going to also send Sam. I have a list of like countless books, and I don't know if Sam, do you have this personal growth plan? Somebody posted it a while ago. I'll send it to you. Before I give you these, I want to also encourage you. I know reading as is hard. Especially as you grow beyond the new coach, but even as a new coach, you should be reading and or listening to something in a few areas of your life. You should be reading something for personal development that's going to help you as a person. You should be reading business personal development. And then as you grow a team, you should really be reading leadership personal development. So there's nothing wrong, and this is my opinion, but the guy who wrote Miracle Morning also agrees with me, so I must be right. There's nothing wrong with not reading a book from start to finish before you pick up the next book. I read typically about 3 books at a time. Like I said, 1 for personal, 1 for business, 1 for leadership. And then I'll listen to an audio. I always have Zig Ziglar in my car. I try to fuel my mind as much as humanly possible, because people pull from me all day long. Not just, I'm not just a mom, but I'm a coach and I'm a leader. And then there's people who I'm not their coach or their leader, but they want my energy and attention. So the only way I can give that is to constantly refill and refill and refill my own tank. So Miracle Morning for network marketers, I recommend as the first book. Another business book that's really good is Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. And you should really, I think, understand the business dynamic that you're in. And Beachbody is a little bit different than other MLMs, other network marketing companies, because we actually have to help people. Like, we don't get to just sell a lipstick and send them about their merry way. We actually have to help them. So I think our level of personal development needs to be beyond the average network marketer. So I think it's important that you understand the dynamic of the business that you're in, but then also, the things beyond that, such as how to communicate with people. How to Win Friends and Influence People is an excellent book. It's old school. It was written in like the 50s, 40s. I don't even know. Excellent book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. The 5 Love Languages. I know a lot of times that's recommended for couples. It's also a great way to learn how to communicate with your kids or your teammates. If you know somebody's love language and you can understand their love language, it's huge to be able to communicate that way. Eat That Frog is awesome for procrastination, getting the big things done first and getting them out of the way. And then obviously, the personal things. You're a badass. I am that girl. If you struggle with like food or food addiction, Lauren, what's the book that you read?
I was trying to see if I could unmute myself. It was Me All Along by Andy Mitchell.
Thank you. And Made to Crave is another one if you are somebody of faith that also struggles with food. Made to Crave is a good one. And then leadership, I personally feel like you shouldn't read a leadership book, another leadership book, until you read the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. That to me is like a leadership Bible. I've read it like 2 or 3 times. I go back, I look at my highlights. It is, I personally think, is the leadership book of all leadership books. It's by John Maxwell. And you will see, once you read the 21 Irrefutable Laws, you'll see your weaknesses, and you'll also start to notice where you gain strengths. So those are my, top recommendations. I do have a whole list that I can send to Sam that she can share with you guys, or I could just post it in your team if you want me to. And that's kind of my stick. I'm a personal development freak. My team will tell you. It's the first thing I ask them when they tell me they're having a hard time. But does anybody have any questions for me? That's all I got.
If you do, you have to just unmute. So, okay. Am I unmuted? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you can just post that in my team page, that would be fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I will read a book. Like, literally, guys, I fell asleep trying to read a book I have like a disease. I fall asleep. So I tried to read 50 Shades of Grey. And
that doesn't count as personal development.
Well, all right. This was before I started Beachbody. I just tried to see if I can get through a book, and I fell asleep during 50 Shades of Grey.
That's so funny.
So you, Crystal, you need to pick one out for me, and that will be my goal to read it.
Miracle Morning.
All kinds of personal development. Believe me, it's just reading.
Miracle Morning. No, I just saw a question. No, you can get books off Amazon or the library or the bookstore, anywhere. Sam, you're gonna read Miracle Morning, and it's gonna change your world.
Okay.
I personally can't read at night too much. I'm lucky if I get 2 or 3 pages in before I fall asleep. So I have to drink my coffee and read at the same time.
You paused. It sounded like you just said, "I need to drink."
I know. I realized that as I said it.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. And personal development is exactly what Crystal said. I feel like some people just gravitate to it, but if you don't gravitate to it, it's a vital behavior that you think you can get away with. And I am one of those people for sure. That's one of them that I struggle with, and I think it's because I'm not a reader, but I love researching coaches, things like that, but there's so much more to it. And I liked that you said there was 3 different parts that you really should be reading, and that you can read different books at different times. It's all going to help you grow.
Exactly. I'm not a reader either. Honestly, I hate reading. I do it because I have to. Curious with a baby, how you find the time. As a new coach, my biggest obstacle is finding. I am fortunate enough to be home. I don't have Beachbody is my full-time job. It's hard. How old is your baby, Kristen?
She's gonna be 1 on Thursday.
Aw, yay! It's hard.
It's like I'm slowly getting better. When she naps, I kill it. I do a crazy power hour. But as you guys know, our challengers need us more than just on my daughter's time. So it's I find time and I stay up way later than I want to, but there's so much I want to get done. But it's finding, I don't know, I'm just trying to find the time that's best for me, because I'm definitely missing sleep, and I don't mind it because, I'm growing my business here, and I want, to be the best of the best, or the best I can be. And it's just I think that's my biggest struggle, is just trying to get to be everything to everyone, which I know we can't do. But I guess my thing is I feel bad if I don't respond right away to a challenger.
You need to ditch that mentality out of the game. That is, and most people feel that way, and you're not alone with that. And Lauren's guilty of this. I see her mixing something. She gives her life to her challengers, and I yell at her all the time because I'm all about supporting your challengers, but they have to be self-sufficient.
Right.
If you give them the best tools you have, they have to be self-sufficient for one. Second of all, they need to respect your time, respect that you have a family, you have a business, you have life, and you need to set the tone. It's up to you to set the tone for that. My challengers know very well that I'm going to check in when I'm going to check in, and if they can't get in touch with me.
Without like coming off, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, just like, I feel like it's my fault. I feel like they think they can blow me up, literally. It's 6 a.m. and at 3 a.m. and anytime they want, they send me messages. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
Kristen, that's because, like, people will do that, but it's probably, you're just like I am. Like, well, first of all, I was a night shift nurse. Sorry, Crystal, not to cut you off, but this kind of, like, this happened to me, too. Being a night shift nurse, I was available to people all the time.
Right.
I know that you're up really late and you're not night shift, but it seems like it because you do a lot of work at night. So
I do.
One of those people that you see the message, you think you have to get to it. That is just self-discipline.
Right.
And your challenger, that person's going to be there tomorrow, and it's not going to make a difference. But I do understand in the beginning, you think, okay, I've only been in this for a little bit amount of time. I have to get back to them right away. And I felt that way in the beginning, but you really do not. Honestly, a couple hours, 12 hours, even a day, even 2 days, it's not going to change anything. And you need to set that structure now, or it's going to make you crazy.
Right.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm so glad I asked. I'm so glad I asked. Thank you, guys.
Let me tell you, and Crystal can tell you this, as your team grows, it only gets worse. Those messages they come at all different hours. And I say this too. I'm like Dr. Phil on this. I swear my team, like, women have their period at the same time in the month. I'm like, everybody like needs like emotional support right now, all at the same time. And then they'll go weeks and everybody's good, and I'm like, it's overload. But you know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It is. And like, real quick thing, I added my first guy today, and you guys, because of what I'm telling you, I can't add him. Unfortunately, I can add him to my team page. I cannot add him to my girls chat thread because of some of the things that were talked about. And like, not that he cares, you know what I mean? But like, I would like him to read some of that information, and it's a bummer, but I can't add him because of what that has turned into. So today I finally said, hey girls, can we take like 70% of this dialogue back to Team Fail Forward? Because I don't want people to miss important information. I try to, say as best as I could.
Yeah, Kristen, you might have to make, you know how I have my certain threads for it's specifically for team questions or customer questions, whatever. You might have to just, as guys come on, and guys don't want to hear all that. Some of them might.
If they don't want to hear what this one girl is talking about today, I'll just say that.
Kristen, really quick thoughts. I was just thinking, one thing you can do is put on your profile, put in your bio, your work hours. Set specific work hours that people can expect you to be there.
Great idea. Great idea.
If something's going on with your daughter, your kids, your family, like, my followers typically know what's going on in my life. My kids are on and off sick. My back's out, whatever. I see, like, Jessica Miller, she's one of my coaches on the call. You can ask her. I won't answer a message after 10 o'clock at night. You won't hear from me until the next day. Because at 10 o'clock, I shut off. That's my bedtime.
Okay.
And that's, if you can, and it's respect, I think. I don't know. I think people respect that.
They should.
I think clearly defining it early will make a difference. I used to be exactly the same. I could not sign off. And I drove myself crazy because I literally could not sign off. And guess what? And if somebody said this to me, I think it was Kara that said this to me the other day. If the reason you're doing this business gets pushed to the side, then what's the point? If you're taking time away from your daughter and that's your reason and you're pushing her to the side, then what's the point?
You're going to make me cry. Because it's not there, but that's my thing. Like earlier, I was playing with her because she's getting to that age where she's starting to walk. And my phone is going crazy. And I started to get angry. Like, that's my 15, 20 minutes where we walk and we play and we learn, and like, not that in a day, I'm saying it in that moment before she naps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't even enjoy it because my phone is going nonstop. I just want to throw it.
Turn it off.
And like, yeah, because I got so upset, like I couldn't hear her giggles because that's how much my phone was going off. And you guys, I'm just like you. I want to be there for everyone. Like right now, as your, Zoom is going, I have literally like 40 messages, and I'm like, come on, like.
Be clear on your Facebook timeline. Say, I see your messages. I want to help you. I have a family. You have, be cool about it. Be respectful about it, but set your boundaries. Otherwise, people will always take advantage of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, guys.
Can I say something really quick? Because this was happening to me. I'm a visitor. But if you're using
You're a family girl, you're not a visitor.
if you're using your like page, I'm pretty sure that also in your personal, like, you can turn your chat notifications off. It's really easy. You just on your messenger, you just go up to the little dial and you turn your notifications off and just turn them off during a certain
That's what I'll do. Thank you, girl. Thank you.
And then I think you might actually have the ability, I'll have to go in and check. I know I use this for my like page because that's the majority where my conversations come from. An instant reply. So you can say, hi, hey, I'm so glad I got your message. I'm away from my phone right now, but I can give this specific set of hours. And actually, I have a friend who's a very successful coach. She has a fake auto reply. So if she gets people who start messenger, she'll send that as a fake auto reply. She doesn't send it every time, but once she sends it once or twice, they get the message. So just turn your notifications off because you're letting it be your problem. It's not.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that because I honestly think I want my challengers, most of them, to succeed more than they do.
Right.
But I don't. Right. There has to be boundaries, and I feel like after today, where this one person's thread went and her conversation went, I was like, no, I got to stop this. I got to ask somebody. It's getting out of control. So thank you so much.
Yep, and you're the leader of that, Kristen. And I think they will respect you. It's going to come from you that you need to have the discipline to say, just like Crystal said, your daughter is number one. And to have those 20 minutes with her is so important. You need to turn your phone off and, and learn those now because like I said, it's only going to get worse and worse, and not worse. It's a good thing.
Right.
It's more structured. You're going to start to enjoy, instead of like resent all those messages coming in, you're going to enjoy doing your hour of answering and then turning it off.
Thank you, guys. That is awesome news, and now I'm excited again. So thank you.
Oh, good.
I just want to say one other thing. Crystal touched on such amazing points with personal development, and I do have, including myself and coaches that listen and read personal development, but if you don't apply what you're reading or what you're listening to, it means nothing. Yes, you might be filling up your cup, but the point of doing personal development, especially in leadership and business, is to apply it. So a lot of people struggle with that. They're really good at having their alone time. They feel good, but what are you doing with it?
Right.
That's what it's there for.
Excuse me. I just burped in your call. I'm posting that thing in your files now. It says 2015 on it. I don't know if you want to make a new one. I kind of stole this from somebody, but it's a personal development growth plan.
That's fine. Thank you. That's very helpful. So I do that too for Facebook, like my app on my phone. I have my notifications turned off so that I don't see. If I see like it says like 20, like it just gives me anxiety just looking at that for some reason, just looking at it.
Right.
So I turn mine off too.
Yeah, absolutely. I check it when I feel like checking it. I make sure I check it twice a day. And that's good enough. And if it has to wait, Kristen, when you create a loyalty, people are loyal to you. If you don't answer them right away, they're going to wait. They know that you're going to provide the answer, or they're going to find the answer on their own.
Exactly, which they should. Exactly. I mean, if it's something they can, yeah.
Right, exactly. And especially with coaches, and my coaches will tell you, I purposely won't answer them sometimes.
Because
it's
you
a-
know they can find it.
Right. If it's a basic question and I know they can find it, I'll give them time to find it before I answer their question. Because they need to be resourceful. You need to teach your coaches and your customers to be resourceful. And there's, that's not saying don't be there for them, but I'm sorry, I'm not a good multitasker. I'm trying to put this in.
Don't be a crutch for them is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. Because they'll never learn.
Exactly.
Does anybody else have any questions about anything?
Yeah, I don't want to keep you guys on too long, and I really, really appreciate all of you guys being on. I love doing our combined calls.
I know.
Me too. Thank you guys.
I'm down with that. I just posted it in your team, the growth plan.
Yeah, let me talk to my team and see what day is best. Since you guys have been established for a while, I'll let you know. But that would be cool.
All right, yeah, your team's always welcome on our calls. Actually, next week, or not next week. If you guys want, tomorrow night, same time, actually one of Lauren's coaches, a diamond coach on our team, who has a full-time job, has kids, she's talking about how to fit the business into her everyday crazy life and how she's actually a Success Club All-Star and diamond coach, and she's just been at it since day one, and she has a full-time job, and she has kids, and she has life. So she's going to be talking about how to fit it in. I'll share the link in there if you guys want to jump on tomorrow night too.
Yeah, thank you. If I get off work early, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you for having me. Thanks for having me. I'll give you the recording, Sam.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks for everybody for. Hold on, I'm gonna take one quick picture because we get the combined call today.
Tell me when to smile. For once, I'm showing my face on here.
Get it?
Ready? Smile. It's so dark on mine.
You want me to take it?
Yeah, you take it.
All right.
That looks so weird.
Everybody say cheese. All right, I'll send it to you.
All right, cool. All right, thanks, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.